always tell everybody that comes in here or comes on my live to give like a brief intro on like who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
If I could sum myself up, you know what I'm saying? It's your man, Deezy Finesse, that is. I'm a artist, rapper, beat maker, a child of culture, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. For me personally, I just feel like I'm just one of those who like studied what he was into and then was able to like translate that into like what he plans to do, you know?
Tell me how, like, what first got you into music? Like, cause I know you're an artist, you rap,
Yeah.
you beat make. Like, tell me how you got into the rapping, and then go into how you started producing.
Oh, I guess when I was young, I guess like anything that had like a flat surface, I would try to make beats on and stuff like that. So like with a spoon or my hands. So it's like I guess like beat making. I know I used to just do that, but then like getting into rapping, I remember this LL Cool J greatest hit CD just sitting around one day, and then for some odd reason I just found myself listening to it every day. At that time, I just like fake started getting into writing. So like what I would do is like I would listen to a joint, and then like after every like 4 bars or so, I would pause it and then like write it down or whatever I knew I could like write down. So then like by the end of the day, I like had like little LL raps and would like study that. Then I like started writing my own stuff. Started doing my own thing like around the same time, but I wasn't a fan. So I let it go for a little while up until I was like 12, and then I kind of like picked it back up again. And then I started finding my own little style with it. And then it's like, hey, you know, I don't mind doing this every day and like getting nice at it, considering like what I was listening to at the time. And then like, you know, LimeWire, shout outs to them. They helped me get tapped back in with like all the stuff I was on back before. But, you know, everything kind of like intertwined, because like right when I was getting back into rapping and writing and all of that, I started like getting into beat making with like, you know, virtual DJ, like being at home messing with virtual DJ, putting like a little clip of an instrumental and then like trying to beat match with a sample or whatever of my choice, and then like trial and error basically. But then like pretty soon ended up getting FL, and like when I was like 16 and started picking up everything from there. I was like making beats and everything. Like I liked what I was doing at the time, but like, cause like there was like times in my life where I would have a laptop and then like I wouldn't have it for a while. But like when I got my laptop back and like it was type running fresh or whatever the case, I got back on the FL and was able to like make beats at the time. But it was like reiterations of stuff that I was listening to at that time or whatever the case. And that was on 2013. Then like 2014 comes in and I'm like, you know, influenced by what I'm listening to on SoundCloud, and then like moving aside from that, getting into like Madlib and Jay Dilla, and then like after that, just kind of drawing the interest of like having drum machines and stuff like that. I would eventually, you know what I'm saying, get tapped in with a LPD 8. That was short lived, and I ended up getting an MPD. Then like from there, I was just like upgrading the beats that I was doing at the time, and then ended up getting a machine, which I currently rock to this day. And then like, you know, that's helped me become like a better producer over time. And then it's like there's still things that I'm learning about it to this day. So
yeah, I know. I remember like when we would be on Snapchat and stuff, and you'd be making your beats. I'd always comment on it because it was just fire, bro.
yo, that's crazy. I pat myself on the back because like I just think about the people who used to like go on my Snap and just to see what I cooked up for the day. And then like my homie, he told me the same thing. Basically, like I literally used to like go on Snap just to see what you had made for the day.
Yeah,
So that was ill,
I
man.
remember that because like even too like when I was trying to learn how to DJ and shit, I would always like
Yeah.
ask you about like little comments and stuff. Do you prefer more so rapping, or do you prefer beat making more, or DJing, whichever?
Love rapping, writing, and everything. Sometimes it was one point in time where I couldn't get beats and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I was making beats, it felt like I was playing around or whatever the case. And my homies who were making like better shit at the time because like they had laptops and computers and stuff like that. I was always going through something, so they was making the beats and I was going to them for a while. Now it's like, all right, I'm listening to all this new stuff now. Not new, but like I'm listening to the Mad Libs and Dillas and everything else that's like related to it and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, y'all should try and get on some stuff like that. And it's
Yeah.
like they kind of got the idea, but it didn't really match what I
Mhm.
was looking for at the time. So I kind of like just drifted off into my own thing, like started learning how to like make that for myself and stuff like that. So even when I got the machine, I was like able to like level up on that. It take a while for me like to actually sit down and say, you know what, I'm gonna write to that. You know what I'm saying? Because like there are beats I know I make at the time when it's like, yeah, I'm gonna like kill that. And then like there's times where I make beats and like just gotta sit on it for a while, just depending on how I feel. And like, you know, the DJing, it kind of like everything like falls into place somehow because I'm using it all to like promote the music that I'm doing really because like I like being a rapper and everything, but it's like I also like being able to like have production, my own production, as well as my homies, and like you know do my radio show at Half Moon BK every second Thursdays of the month now. It used to be third Tuesdays, but you know I'm able to have that platform to play whatever music that I like and that moves me because I feel like we all get force fed music sometimes to the point that we just ignoring like whatever's out there and like you know there's a whole plethora of underground artists or not even underground just indie artists, you know what I'm saying, just waiting to be heard. Yeah.
But I remember, like, even till this day, there's this one track that you dropped like years ago on SoundCloud that I still play. I forgot the name. I think it has love in it. I'm
Oh, is it Love Traps?
Yes, that one. That shit was
Oh,
so sick. I still play it to this day. Who would you say inspires you as a person, or who inspires your beat making or your music, like when you make rap?
when I'm like writing raps or whatever the case, just I guess you could say that like you could hear like a Nas influence, Jigga,
Facts.
Big. I don't know. I just feel like all of that's basic and all of that other stuff. But it's like, you know what I'm saying, just being me and where I'm from and all of that, it's like
Yeah.
how can you not
That's
think
what I
about
was just about to say. I was just like, you being from New York and shit, that I know for a fact, like a lot of the greats from out there have a huge influence on you as a
yeah.
person and you as a music. It had like a part in shaping who you are.
All of their music had just played a role. It's like, you know, yeah, like Jay, Nas, Big, you know what I'm saying, Prodigy, you know, Ghostface, Raekwon. It's a lot of
The
cat.
list goes on and on.
If the list goes on, like I say it all the time, we'll be stuck here all day just me giving you artists that really get me pumping going on as far as rapping goes. But as like, you know, beat making, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying, Pete Rock, Premier, Primo, RZA, Jay Dilla, Madlib, my
Solid
homie,
list.
it's you know what I'm saying,
Solid
it's Alchemist.
for
It's a whole lot of producers out there that just get like the fingers rolling, you know what I'm saying?
You're a part of a label called the Boppers, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell
Yes.
me about that?
The Boppers, that's basically my collective, that's my brand. And it at one point was an idea for like what am I gonna call my fan? Basically like how I thought about it at the time because like this could have been like maybe 2013, 14 or whatever the case. You know, I used to go through a lot of like formations and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, with different crews and all of that other shit because my whole idea was like, yeah, we can all be artists and stuff like that, but it's better off that we get it together and let's just come up and shit like that. So like go through trial and error with that. But this time around, I'm just stuck by myself, like, yo, what am I gonna call my fans? Whoever was doing music at the time, they had a cool little name for their fan base and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And like at that time too, every day I was watching the Warriors. I was watching that every day, and like there's a scene in there when the radio, the DJ, she's like, "All right now, for all you boppers out there in the big city, all you street people with an ear for the action, you know what I'm saying?" So it's like subconsciously that
Six
was
for
in my
you.
mind. Subconsciously that was in my mind, and then like at one point I got on the phone with my bro, my man Q, you know what I'm saying? So like we was just on the phone talking about how we was gonna elevate ourselves in this music shit, and like me personally, like I just told him like, yo, straight up and down, like, yo, we just simply gonna do it. I'm doing it for the boppers, and that was it.
As you know, hip hop has evolved like crazy throughout
Yeah.
the years, and there's like we've experienced a lot of moments in throughout those years. Like, what is your favorite moment that's happened so far? It could be whatever.
If I can go back to any moment in hip hop that really like shook shit up, I would have to go back to the control verse. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
And like the only reason why I could probably say it is that moment because like at a time in rap everything just felt a little buddy. Now I get that we in the era where it's not like the '90s anymore where labels and stuff were divided, but you still
yeah,
have rappers that was cool with each other and all of that other shit. They just had to like mask it in the public for shit. But it's like, yeah, we in a time where everybody can get it now. But it's like we all doing this, but who's really going for the number 1 spot? And it's like, I
yeah.
love y'all, but I'm about to really show y'all what I'm in here for. You feel me?
The control verse dropped. A lot of people are saying that it really wasn't that good. Do you agree or disagree? Do you feel like Jay Electronica's verse was better than Kendrick?
I disagree. Can
You disagree?
they only saying that now because they still feel how they feel now. They still, you know what I'm saying? But I still think it was hard. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you have planned next for us, sir?
Well, besides like the projects and stuff that I mentioned a while ago, you know what I'm saying? Like I have like a video in the works that's dropping soon. So whenever I get a confirmation about that, new video dropping and follow up project, and then after that, just a bunch of whole lot of bopper shit coming soon, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for agreeing to do this. Yo.
You already, yo, I appreciate you for having me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in.